Once upon a time, there was a boy. Now this was no ordinary boy. This was a very special boy. This boy was on a journey to finish high school. Now this story starts on the first day of sophomore year. This boy was scared that his teachers would be like the dragons of freshman year, ignoring his needs. On the first day, the boy walked through the halls of his school. This boy went several months hiding from his dragon. He was too timid to discuss anything with his teachers and ask for help due to his experiences from the year before. He had it in his head that his teachers would be just as bad as last year. One day he decided to control his dragons and confront his fear. He spoke with the dragons and told them how they could help him. After their scary demeanor softened, the dragon began to help him. One day a fairy came along. The fairy asked the little boy, "What's wrong?" The little boy replied shyly, "I feel lost and like I can't find my way through the wood. I don't feel like I can do anything anymore." The fairy said, Sometimes what you think is your greatest weakness can be your greatest strength." The little boy looked confused. "Think about the gift bestowed upon you. Use this gift to your advantage. Take what you have and use it to get through the forest. Now get up and slay your dragons." And with that, the fairy disappeared with a poof. The little boy got up and ran through the woods and found his dragon. He pulled out a sword, but instead of hitting the dragon, he hit an invisible chain. The chain snapped, freeing the boy from the dragon, but instead of flying away and leaving him forever, the dragon stayed with the little boy. The little boy said, "Let's work together to help me get through the woods." The dragon drew a warm smile. The little boy knew he had an ally. The little boy started to talk to the other dragons. He started opening up, and his true hero began to emerge. One by one, he began to transform his dragons into allies. The first dragon he encountered was the biggest of them all, but one he couldn't see. This was the dragon of apathy, and was called Unmovetai. This boy had to deal with school being much harder because of his unwanted gift that he oftentimes sat in class feeling lost, forgotten, and alone. No matter how many times he's asked for help, he's always felt like this. Because of this dragon, he fell into an abyss. This one dragon has made him weak, and allowed him to fall under the control of other dragons. The dragon of ineptitude was named Hasha. She was a dragon who was unable to honor his accommodations. She often said she would honor them, but the next day this promise had faded away. It frustrated him greatly. He decided that he would not allow this dragon to hold him back. He would trudge through despite his inability to accommodate. Next was a dragon of incredulity. Her name was Ella. This particular dragon had little belief in the boy's bestowed gift, and as such, she would criticize him for not understanding her instructions, and she would even criticize the way in which he wrote. A few times, she even refused to help him when he pleaded for help. Not understanding his learning differences and shunning him was very damaging to the little boy. When the little boy realized Ella was not an ally like she was supposed to be, the boy gave up on her and headed down the difficult path alone. At last was the dragon of sleeplessness. She was known as Insomnia. She had been with him his whole life, and because of this particular dragon, the little boy could not sleep, making it harder and harder to graciously manage the other dragons and make it out of the scary forest. After trying many ways to befriend this particular dragon, the boy had come to realize she was not one that could be transformed. He just had to face it daily the best he could. A hero's journey is never over. What separates a hero from a mere mortal man is that once a lesson is learned, they become skills. When a warrior has skills and the courage to search out worthy adventures grow, and when one seeks adventure, the journey begins all over again.